Hello, everyone. I hope you had a good Wednesday. There's no videos yesterday because I am doing something. I am going to be posting for the next week and a half, probably every day because I am decided I'm going to do something for Christmas. I'll post every day, including Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. I'll post it probably every day up until December 22nd or 23rd. Today we're going to be looking at sort of several things. We're going to be looking at our weekend coastal storm, which we're going to have in the East Coast, and then we're going to be looking at our our storm early next week. We're going to be looking at our next storm. But yes, please subscribe. We have a lot of stuff, different stuff every day on this channel. Like this is last week. This was Wednesday last week. We had a long-term outlook. I messed up the ending. And then I made a video on Thursday. No one watched that, which sort of makes me mad, or not mad, it sort of makes me sad. And I made a video, it would have been Sunday or Saturday. Nobody watched it. It was 21 minutes I filmed and nobody watched that, which makes me mad, or it doesn't make me mad, it makes me sad, because, I did spend time on these videos, and then in 2 days ago, 2 people watch. But yes, please. Thank you for watching this. If you are, I really appreciate it. Please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. 173. If we, by Christmas, if we can hit 180, I'm going to do something fun. Maybe I'll post every day for the whole month of January. If we can do that by Christmas, so 180 subscribers, I'll make that ideal right now. If we can hit 180 subscribers by Christmas, which is 2 weeks away now, we would post every day in the month of January. Okay, so that'll be a deal. Unless I'm unless I'm in the hospital, which hopefully it does not happen. Or I can't film, but absolutely at all. I'm in the hospital, of course. But yeah, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. But yes, like I said, we're gonna be looking at our weekend coastal storm. This is Saturday afternoon. We see it, low pressure in North Carolina and Virginia. Right there, we see pretty organized. We got a cold front, like that. Looks like we got a warm front right there like that. We got wraparound moisture on the back side of it going into Georgia, showery back there, and we got maybe even some thunderstorms off in the Atlantic Ocean. And then we're going to be looking at our early next week. We're going to have another storm form. This one's not going to be a major storm. This could bring a lot of snow. We're going to be looking at the GFS and the European model, both of those today. But this is the storm next week. We see that snow from Ohio. Heavy snow band in Missouri and Illinois and Indiana. You see that heavy snow. We could even see some thunderstorms, maybe in the south, as it's pretty warm in front of this. It's a pretty good-looking storm. But, so let's go ahead and get started with the models. So let's start for our weekend storm. Alright, so this is Thursday evening. This is tomorrow evening. We do sort of see some showers across Alabama and southern Georgia and Florida. We don't really see a defined low pressure. We sort of see maybe just a wave coming off. We see sort of a wave coming off. I'd say the low pressure system's probably really weak right here. It's not even a low pressure system. It's just a little wave. We can see the rain off the coast, maybe in Louisiana, Mississippi getting in on some of it, but there will be some showers in Georgia and Alabama, as you can see. Let's go ahead. This is the European model on Pivotal Weather. You can go check it out. Alright, so this is now Friday at 1 a.m. We do have a Clipper system moving across North Dakota, maybe bringing some snow. We do have our next West Coast storm bringing snowfall, so will be our storm moving out this way. We see rain in lower elevations, and we see that the snowfall in higher elevations of the West Coast and the mountains region. Some of that could be pretty strong, as we can see maybe in Montana. We have that Clipper. And then we have our coastal storm system is looking pretty. It's looking better. Now we see this is going to sort of affect this if there could be freezing rain, maybe in the South Carolina, maybe even northern Georgia. Some of the models have been saying that. What was that? Okay, sorry about that. I don't know what that might have been my phone, but we have this wedge here, which the southeastern wedge is sort of when there's a high pressure in the northeast, and now air rushes down the Appalachians. It makes it cold, not really temperature changing throughout the day. Sometimes, for example, northeastern Georgia, you'll be at say 30-something degrees. no, your high will be like 42 for the day, but then like say Atlanta will be like 53, because that's how the wedge works. It brings cold air down. It's normally cloudy and drizzly, but that could be affecting it, because that could bring some colder air for the freezing rain potential. And yeah, we see the heavy rain in coastal regions of Mississippi, Alabama, and Florida. Some showers going into Georgia and central Alabama, northern Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina. We see those. Let's go ahead, skip ahead one more or 6 more hours. And this is now Friday morning when you'd probably be going to work and stuff. We do see a little clipper system in North Dakota at 1,009 millibars. With some light snow, maybe snow going all the way down, maybe into southern Minnesota, northern Iowa. But we do see our west coast storm system getting pretty strong. We see a lot of snow across Oregon, a lot of rain over there in the west, and yeah, we do see another low pressure system at 1,011 millibars in Texas. Not really bringing any rain, maybe a few like drizzles, but that's about it. But we do see our coastal storm system now. It's at 1,011 millibars. Not even that strong. It just has so much Gulf Mexico moisture. It's bringing a lot of rain. But we see all across southern Alabama, central southern Georgia, we see a lot of rain, some of which could be heavy at times. We see even showers northern Mississippi, northern Alabama. And look, we see the rain traveling up through western South Carolina and North Carolina. And we see even some patches of freezing rain by the European model in northern North Carolina into southern Virginia at this time as far as storm system, and then nothing really happened. Okay, so this is Friday evening now. Friday evening, the December 13th is 2 days away. Yeah, we do see our Clipper system. It's strengthened a little bit. This whole area is in there, about 1,010 millibars right here, all the way down to this low pressure system. Not really closed off low. It's not really strong, but yeah, we do see our low pressure system at 1,009 millibars in southern Georgia now. See, look at all this rain in Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Georgia, southern Georgia, even maybe some showers in Florida, Alabama, this time Tennessee, Kentucky. It's a lot of rain, some of which is probably heavy in North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, and Kentucky. We see a lot of that heaviest rain. We see a low pressure in California also. Let's go ahead to where it's going to change a little bit more. This is Saturday at about 1 a.m. Okay. Yeah, we do see the cold front sort of like this. This might have been the one I showed you. And we probably see a warm front up here like this. Yeah, this is the one I already showed you guys. So let's skip ahead. This is when it gets really much stronger. This is Saturday morning now. It's at 997 millibars in Maryland right there. Bringing a lot of moderate rain, maybe even some heavy rain up into New York, and pretty much a squall line off the Gulf Coast, or not off the Gulf Coast, off the coast of like South Carolina, North Carolina. Just heavy rain up off the coast of Virginia, and heavy rain probably in Boston, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. Boston's in Massachusetts. New York City, you could be getting some moderate rain. But we do see wraparound moisture. System is pretty strong. We see a lot of moisture or rain, maybe probably light showers and cloudy and drizzly in Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, maybe western Virginia, western North Carolina. We do see that, maybe northern Georgia also. We still see that snow. Our low pressure is at 1,001 millibars. Okay, so now this is Saturday afternoon. This is when it starts to get a little bit more different. We have a large, probably an occluded front like this. I'll draw that for y'all. Probably have an occluded front like this. Maybe, and we have a cold front, probably down like this. And we have, let me draw this whole thing for you. We have a warm front out, and we have the warm front probably out like this. This is sort of the setup. And yeah, we see. Oh crap! It erased all of it. Well, that's depressing. But I'll just draw it real quick again, without the different colors. But yeah, so this is what it sort of looks like, the surface analysis. We have the southerly winds hitting, bringing warm air into main southerly winds. The winds sort of follow the pressure lines, like I said. Like, so if it's a high pressure, the wind could be coming from two directions. It could be coming from the north, or from the south, or from the north. But you see, if it's a high pressure and high pressures go counterclockwise, it's going to be coming from the north. So that's how we know. And this is a low pressure system. It's coming from the south. And yeah, we do see, even on the backside, because the low pressure system's having some northerly winds in the backside, we even see some, maybe some freezing rain in Ohio, maybe some snow showers, and into Canada we see some, and northern Maine we do see that. And right along the low pressure, probably see a lot of showers. It's pretty low pressure at 992 millibars. Maybe pretty breezy in upper New England too. We do see our snowfall maybe moving out into Kansas now. With our next system, it's at 999 millibars. And yeah, so let's go ahead and skip ahead a little bit. Skip ahead a few hours. Let's skip ahead till when our new wave of stuff forms. So let's skip ahead till here we go. This is Sunday evening now. Our system is by the European model. It's pretty strong. I'm gonna say it's at 960 millibars. That's very strong. It's bringing a lot of widespread snowfall. But we do see our next system having probably a snow band, stationary front like this, sort of off of our low pressure at 960 up there. And we do see a low pressure down in northern Mexico, offering some of the moisture for this. Not a whole lot of moisture. We do see maybe a snow band from Texas, Oklahoma, southern Kansas, all the way over into Kentucky. Maybe some heavy snow in northern Kentucky right there. And we do see some showers in Mississippi, Tennessee, eastern Kentucky, and the southern West Virginia. We do see that. And then let's go ahead till Monday morning. Monday morning. Monday morning, we still see the stationary front, not even really a defined area of low pressure. This is stationary front. Our low pressure is, that thing is strong up there in Canada. But we see maybe some patchy snowfall amounts by Joplin, Missouri, Tulsa, Oklahoma, to northwest Arkansas. We see some. We do see maybe some storms, and maybe going from Texas to through Louisiana up through Mississippi into Tennessee. And maybe some spotty snow showers in North Carolina, northern North Carolina. But this time we're not really looking at our Gulf Coast winter storm anymore. Or not winter storm, or a storm system that tracked like that this weekend. We're looking at our next storm. But this is Monday afternoon now. This is when we finally see something. Low pressure is at 1,010 millibars. Now what you're going to notice when we look at the GFS in a few minutes is it has a lot further north with a lot more snow in this area, but it's not going to bring snow to the northwest or to the northeast. And yeah, but we do see the so the models are, both of these models are fairly different, but both of them are consistent with model runs and what they're saying. They're not really changing with model runs, but they're both different. So one of them's going to have to slip. But yeah, we do see this is Monday afternoon. We see showers in Louisiana, maybe even some heavy rain in Mississippi, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky, into southern Virginia. Maybe some snow showers in northern Virginia and back into Kentucky, where there's some wraparound moisture off this weak low pressure system. But now this is Monday evening, and the low pressure system really doesn't move. It's at 1,008 millibars. Not that strong. Not really any snow, just a lot of rain, maybe a little bit of snow in the northern edge. That's about it, though. The whole U.S. is pretty much quiet, including the west coast, the central area of the country, and pretty much the northern tier into New England, but it won't be calm in New England for long. This is a Tuesday morning now. It's a pretty fast-moving storm now. We do see, sort of looks like this. The cold front's is like that. We do see. I mean, if it was colder back here, this would be a good example to have maybe a little bit of snow on the back edge of that, but it's because the cold front's in the middle of the precip, literally. But yeah, it would be a good case, but it's not how it is. But we see this is pretty much the setup. We have a warm front. Well, we do see. Look at this snow down through West Virginia, Ohio, over into New England. In those areas, this is okay. Yeah, we see that snowfall in Connecticut, Rhode Island. And then we see that move out of the northeast, and then you see, then after that, it's sort of the European model doesn't really have any big systems. Maybe one slamming into the west coast, but that's about it. Let's take a look at the GFS model. So the GFS model is okay. I don't want this new model run. Here we go. All right, so the GFS model is not really it's pretty similar to the European model with the coastal storm, but then it's not with the next storm. It has a lot stronger, a lot quicker. But when we see, look at that snow, the heavy band, as I already said, it's a picture I showed you guys, and then gets stronger. It's already at 1,998 millibars in Ohio. This thing is not going to really bring much snow to the Northeast. I mean, it could. It probably will, as there's going to be some light snow on the on front and maybe some on the back, maybe some lake effect. But yeah, we'll see that. It's going to mostly be a Great Lakes storm. Sort of low pressure is going. But then, so I mean, pretty much the models are different. The European says the storm is going to sort of go like this. The GFS says it's going to go like this. And then we're going to have a coastal storm system going like this. Which is, so we're going to have a lot of storms across the central and eastern portion of the country and the western portion. We see it's going to be pretty nasty weekend in some areas of snowfall and maybe some rain. But yeah, the GFS model does say doesn't really say, well, no, it says there's storms going to get really strong up there, but yeah, it's that. But we're going to look at sort of the long range just a little bit, just temperature anomalies in the European stuff. We're not going to look too far in the long range today because I don't want to make this video too long. I want you guys to still be able to watch this. It's probably already like 15 minutes, but that's fine. But yeah, so we see temperature anomalies. This is Saturday. We do see our coastal system's cold front right there. It's not strong at all. I mean, it's not. There's not even below average temperatures behind it, really. Yeah, but we see the pretty much the whole East Coast is surrounded with below or above average temperatures. The whole area is all the way pretty much east to the central portion of the country, with the exception of the Arctic air in North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota. We see that Arctic air. But I mean, it does get a little bit of a different story. We see some very above average temperatures in Maine. And then this is now Sunday. We see our next system's cold front on the European model. It's right there. And we do see the European model is showing up something interesting. We see this sort of area right here where it's very much below average compared to this region right here. That's the snowfall. Snow cover on the ground's going to make it more colder than it actually is, or than it would be where there's no areas of snowfall. But yeah, we see the system is pretty strong, pretty much just by looking at temperature anomalies. The European model has it low pressure right there, warm front right there, cold front down like this, and we see this is the warm sector right here. And the cold sector's over here, and then like the cold front area is back here. We do see some cold air behind the system though, enough to cool the east off a little bit. We see look at those temperatures, and then truck up. Well, we don't even see it up the east coast of the European model, and then see it will be below average in the southeast for a little bit, probably like all next Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday afternoon will be a different story. But I mean, you see, that's pretty much the temperature anomalies. We do see it's going to be pretty above average across the country. Not really any Arctic blast, other than maybe a little bit of cold air in this region next week from the cold front. Not really Arctic blast, like extreme cold, but we'll be seeing maybe some pretty cold temperatures in the north central areas of the country. All right, also, yes, like I said, please subscribe. I hope you watched the video, and if you're still here, I appreciate it. Please leave a comment. I would read that and reply to it most likely. Hope you guys will have a good Wednesday, and I'll be posting another update probably just in the coastal system tomorrow, unless the models change. Peace out.